Now everyone knows what a Super Saiyan is, but Dragon Ball isn't just about the Super Saiyan forms, and Goku in particular has a lot more to show us. So let me tell you all about it.
You're going to love this.
The original Dragon Ball was written long before Toriyama even imagined that Goku would be an alien or that the Saiyan's main weapon of conquest would be this great ape form. While Dragon Ball isn't exactly based on Journey to the West, it gets some of its inspiration from this Chinese tale, even down to the monkey traits of its main character. Obviously, we're talking about Goku's monkey tail, which is the key to his great ape transformation. When Goku is in his great ape form, it supposedly increases his basic strength by 10, but the downside is that he's not in control of himself. So, it really isn't worth it when the form does more damage than good. However, toward the end of Dragon Ball, Goku becomes much stronger in his human form. He ends up deciding to permanently have the monkey tail removed in order to prevent additional harm. In Dragon Ball Z, Goku will once again deal with great apes, though this time he'll experience it from the other side, as Gohan and Vegeta will use the form instead of him. I guess Goku doesn't want to be monkeying around. Because of how far this idea is taken in Dragon Ball Z, powerful and strong transformations end up becoming a trademark of this series. I mean, the Super Saiyan memes are everywhere. I mean, the original Dragon Ball series doesn't feature as many transformations as you might think. DBZ, however, would have its Super Saiyan problem under control if the story ended with Frieza's defeat. But no, that would be too soon, wouldn't it? When Goku transforms into the first Super Saiyan, instead of this being a big moment where we see the pinnacle of Saiyan powers, looking back, it just becomes a stepping stone for even more forms to emerge. I mean, I guess to be honest, I'm not really complaining. Goku tries out other Super Saiyan stages, such as Super Saiyan 3rd grade and Super Saiyan 2, but it's Super Saiyan 3 that marks the end of Dragon Ball Z. Due to the form's distinctive long hair, Super Saiyan 3 nearly seems like a parody of the famous transformation. Someone call the hairdresser, am I right? Now, I know I'm joking about it, but the Super Saiyan 3 form is serious business because it's so powerful that it put a limit on Goku's ability to spend as much time on Earth as he wanted during his visit from the afterlife. Now, although Goku is not the only Super Saiyan 3 in Dragon Ball Z, he uses this transformation the most. Toei Animation gave us Dragon Ball GT with very little involvement from Toriyama. His role was just basically his character designs. Anyway, after DBZ, GT advances the timeline, but the follow-up series has a problematic reputation that it has just recently begun to get better. Sort of. Dragon Ball GT receives a lot of criticism for trying to recapture the lighter energy of the original Dragon Ball, even more so because they turned Goku into a literal child. It turns out that Goku's downgrading and other narrative choices are quite unpopular. Can't imagine why. But there is a plus side to GT. It isn't all bad because we're introduced to Super Saiyan 4. And to add to that, the Great Ape form comes back. But it's back better than ever because it's the golden Great Ape form. Because of how unique this form looks, Super Saiyan 4 has become a transformation that's more popular than Dragon Ball GT, the series it literally came from. Super Saiyan 4 Goku is also really popular in the Dragon Ball video games. Some fans even prefer it to Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue. I mean, it does look pretty cool. The current installment of Toriyama's Dragon Ball series, Dragon Ball Super, has found a really interesting way to be both ambitious and nostalgic with its characters and plot. With frequent Super Saiyan transformations that seem to mark each new antagonist, Dragon Ball Super goes back to that formula that Dragon Ball Z had established for itself. Now, most of Dragon Ball Super's plot is supposed to take place before Dragon Ball Z's time skip, so set your doubts aside for this one a little bit. As Goku gains more godliness, it starts to become a little bit, hard to believe. Dragon Ball Super begins with Goku testing the limits of Super Saiyan God and its evolved form, Super Saiyan Blue, as well as the combined powers of the transformation and his Kaioken attack. The series shows us that Goku has gained powers comparable to gods because of this transformation, and with such overwhelming displays of destructive abilities, you'd think that was probably as far as it could go. But, you know, the thing about Dragon Ball is it really pushes the limits of a character's powers to the extreme. I say limit, but there really is no limit. Now we see this during the Tournament of Power, when Jiren from Universe 11 becomes the trigger for Goku to awaken his Ultra Instinct strength for the first time. But dealing with this new power becomes a little difficult for him. Initially, Goku struggles to replicate the autonomous Ultra Instinct. But Goku begins another training arc in this series under Whis, Beerus, and Mirus to not only master perfected Ultra Instinct, but also to develop his own unique variation on it while maintaining his distinctive black hair. Now we got ourselves a lot of transformations in Dragon Ball Super with the recent addition of Black Frieza, Ultra Ego, Orange Piccolo, and Gohan Beast. I think this means that it won't be long until Goku gets to a new tier of strength. Perfected Ultra Instinct will probably be like an outdated run-of-the-mill cell phone by then. Not even a cell phone, like a handkerchief or something. But anyway, what did you think? Tell me about your favorite Goku forms. My personal favorite is the original Great Ape form. I mean, it was fun to think of an overpowered primate, right? Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, and while you're at it, why not subscribe to the channel? Oh, and thanks for watching.